brain rot games, basic games, stupid games. And these games bring developers millions of Robux. And they make it look simple, which made me wonder, can I make a viral game? You see, my past games have failed, and I haven't been able to succeed for years. And after seeing all these games pop off with seemingly no effort, that made me think, if I can just make a game in 24 hours and advertise it, then I'll be doing exactly what they do and have a chance at going viral. So, with that being said, my goal is simple. Number one, come up with a game idea that can actually go viral, and number two, advertise it with a lot of money. And hopefully profit. So with that being said, let's start with the game idea. So, for the idea, I had something that I wrote down months ago, which was combining a game that went viral called Blind Shot with a game that's going viral right now called Knockout. Basically, the idea goes like this. You join the game, there's 16 people. Those 16 people 1v1 and try and knock each other off the edge. And then it's 8 people, 4 people, 2 people, and then the winner. So with the idea done, I hopped on the studio and got ready to grind out the game. But I realized something kind of bad. You see, the idea sounds really easy, but there's a problem. I actually don't know how to code, but I did have a solution for that, which was using ChatGPT, which is kind of just putting a band-aid on it, and I was going to have some problems later. But for now, it was able to help me come up with a very base outline of the game. So to start, I just slapped some parts together, got the code going, and I went to playtest. So I should say it's start. Oh. Yeah, so everything at this point was going really good. And if you watched any videos on my channel before, you know that's not really how things go. And to be honest, I'm in Opus and I'm not editing anything. I've been utilizing
the ads are insane.
Smart clipping. I was getting really suspicious of that, so I ended up testing the game with 3 players, which is an uneven number, and I had no clue how the code was going to handle that. Now, this may be a mistake, but let's see what happens if you try with 3 people. Now, in theory, 1 person just auto wins. That's what should happen. Okay. So after testing with the 3rd person, it just didn't work. It just wouldn't include one of the players. But honestly, I didn't think it was going to be a big problem. I thought I could just tell ChatGPT to fix it, and then we would be all good. That's not what happened. Well, kinda. I'll just show you. Okay, now whoever doesn't get a lobby should hopefully be good now. Okay, then these guys have to fight. And now these guys fight. Okay. Yeah, so everything was looking good. Or so I thought. You'll see why I was wrong later. But for now, I just went on to implementing the maps. The 2 maps I did were just a boxing ring and a classic Roblox map. And those, I'm not going to lie, I kind of just used free models. But it was really easy to implement with the code because it was kind of using something that was already there. I just changed it, so instead of doing the 1 map we already had, it just picked randomly from a folder of maps. And yeah, I mean, it somehow ended up working first try. So I definitely thought everything was good. I was barely into the challenge and development was going very well. After that, I wanted to add spectating, like any game has, and that was a pretty big mistake. You see, I wanted to make the spectate button disappear when you were actively in a duel, because why would anybody need to spectate if they're fighting for their life? So after trying to get that to happen, the button did actually disappear. However, the spectating itself didn't work, like, at all. Like, I don't even know if this is, like, possible anymore. I just, like, I fix a problem, and then there's another problem, you know? It's a little bit annoying, but I guess we'll see. Okay, cool. That works. Alright, now this guy should be able to spectate. Okay. Yeah, so after fixing that, kinda, like, you could spectate yourself and one of the people dueling. I thought that was going to be a really easy fix and I could just come back to it later. And even after that fixing, the music didn't work and it somehow interfered with the spectating overall. Basically, every time there was a bug that I tried to get fixed, it would create another bug. Like I said, literally, I fixed something and a new problem comes. Now the spectating works, but he spectates himself. And the music just... Oh, yeah. This is probably the hardest video I've ever had to record. Like, ever. Yeah, so at this point, I was already 4 hours in, and 2 of those hours were spent just trying to fix bugs. And to be honest, I don't see this getting easier anytime soon. So I decided to try and give this one last shot, just to have everything work. And you want to guess what happened with the spectating button? Yeah, it just didn't work. Like, it was entirely broken. And not to spoil it for you guys, but this issue went on for another 4 hours. Meaning we were now 8 hours in, and I spent literally 6 of those hours straight just trying to fix bugs. And at this point, not only was I very tired, but I was also very mad. And I knew if I wanted to actually end up finishing the game on time and have it be functional, had to try something else. I had to think outside of the box. And that's exactly what I did. See, my method was just to try and make the game look good and see if I could figure out the problems I have while I'm doing it, because I won't be overly stressed out and trying to fix bugs, and it still moves the game forward. I even ended up grinding out a completely new spawn and made the UI look better by getting different buttons. And then I also changed the text at the top to look a bit better. And the game was actually starting to look good. And after doing all this, I needed someone to playtest it. So I ended up doing it with someone who I know who is a developer. And this might have been a bit too good to be true, but he really liked the game idea and wanted to work on it, which sounds really good, but I was originally planning to just grind the game out myself. But if he got on the game, he could finish it and potentially even make it better. However, he didn't understand what I
The Bible is God's
Bro,
word
what do you
to
give
us.
on getting
We read
ads?
or listen to it. It tells us what's true.
understand what I wanted for the game, and I would be taking a huge risk. So those were my choices. Either stay up late and finish the game, or take a huge risk and let someone I've never worked with finish the game for me. So what did I choose? I ended up game, meaning I would have no clue what would be in store for me when I woke up. Meaning that he was gonna grind the game while I slept, and I was gonna have no clue what I was gonna wake up to. Oh, and just to make things even worse, whatever I had to stick with it and publish it, because the 24 hours would be meaning no bug fixes and literally nothing. So let me just go to bed and let's see what's there when I wake up. Hello, I just woke up. It is 8 in the morning, and as you guys know, I actually sent the game off last night, and to be honest, I'm really worried, because whatever I have now is the final game. I can't do anything else. I have to post whatever they did, and these guys, I've never had them, like, I've never made a game with these people before. Okay. What is going on here? I had to stop talking after that point, but a few hours later, I ended up getting footage with my friends, and I think I'll let that explain how much fun I was having.
W's.
Bro, does your sword have a bigger hitbox?
It's a mythical sword, bro.
See, I used to play sumo on Minecraft. Oh shoot. Yeah, so I was greatly impressed with the game. I have no clue how this was cooked up while I was asleep, but it happened. And I was surprisingly having fun playing the game, which made me think, if I'm enjoying it, then others probably will too. So, that being said, there was only one thing left to do, spend my money on it. And then after that, I had to get a thumbnail and icon, which I definitely made, and then advertise it, where I would end up spending 5,000 Robux, which is literally $50 I could have spent doing anything else. However, I do think the results might shock you. And just for a little backstory, my last game I ended up spending 2,000 Robux on, and not gonna spoil it, but the results weren't that great. So I didn't really expect anything from it. So after officially doing the advertising, I left my house, honestly expecting nothing to happen. But when I got back home, the game somehow reached almost 50 players. But I knew all the Robux wouldn't be generated until after the advertisements. I figured I'd go and have some fun, destroy all the toddlers that were like drooling on their iPads. Oh. Yeah, we got a little something going. Got 5 players here. Oh my gosh, we're kind of stacked right now. Low key. Oh my gosh. Not gonna spoil anything, but we did actually make some Robux. Alright, so guess I'll get back to you guys when I know how much we made for sure. So, how much did I end up making? So, we made 1,680 Robux. So we got more Robux than we did visits. So honestly, not that bad. And by the time you guys are seeing this, the game should be fully updated. So go check it out and let me know. Also, there's a 98% chance you're not subbed even though you watched to the end. By the way, watch the video on screen. Okay, bye.